Hi guys, here we are at Virginia International Raceway for week 6, the SR8 Championship. Don't think it'll be as good as races last night's at Monza, but I'll give you a quick guide around the track. I want you to notice one thing: the temps of the track is very hot, almost 44 degrees, so be careful out here. Coming up to the start of the lap. This is a very, very technical circuit, it's very tricky, and in these temps there will be chaos. So turn up to turn 100, the one marker, just about there's the braking point, and hug the curb as much as you can. It's a late apex. You're trail braking all the way into the apex almost here. Then hug it tight as much as you can round the corner without spinning the rears. It's all about throttle control and using the gear shift. You know, little early gear shifts here and there. Just hug it, and then you go, and easy on the throttle around here. This next corner you're looking for here, this curb here, not quite on it, just before it, and you get a nice angle to left hander away around here. So just keep the car nice and smooth, don't be too heavy on the brakes, you'll cook the tyres. Just rotate the car around, use as much of this curb as you can go right out to the sand again. Just use the green AstroTurf and hug the white line for the next left-hander. You can brake quite hard here for this corner, and then you get a nice rotation. You try to keep it as left as you can round here. Don't use all the track on the right to open up the next very tricky corners. Okay, keep it as far left as you can, and then it opens up this one nice. You want to use this curb here. It dips down, you want to get right down into it. Be careful on exit, there's a grey curb on the outside. If you catch it too far, it'll drag you wide and into the tyres. But you want to get as close to it as you can, just nice and easy on the throttle. Control the car with the throttle around here. And the next curb, you want to hit the next curb on the right as well. You want to get right down into this one, and you're using this curb here, but be careful. You know, if you go too far or hit it wrong, it drags you into the wall here. You'll see a couple of skid marks from me. And then this section's just flat out. The wiggly worm. And it's stay right far over right here as possible to open up this left hander. You can cut it. There's a yellow and green curb on the inside. You can cut onto that. I missed it here slightly, but you can bunch of tyres got up to temp. You know, you can hold 6 gear through here. It's quite fast, faster than you think, and use all the curb on exit down the hill. Just to look good. This corner is so tricky. You know, there's my braking markers somewhere between that one and this board, and I don't clip the apex. I don't use the apex. I just stay car so wide off it, and then it's all about trail braking around here. You know, getting the nice rotation. And the second marker I use, there's a water tower around here somewhere. I just use that as a reference for the apex because you can't see the corner. What you don't want to do is hit the curb on the inside. You know, you want to be wide rather than tight, because if you're tight and hit that curb, it bounces the car horrible. If you're wide, there's a lot of runoff on exit that you can use to get the power down. See, this is my other reference. I know it's nowhere near the track, but you can't see the curb. There's a curb on the outside here. If you get this braking wrong, you're in the tyres. Race over, simple. So you try to be wide as you can. I'm just slightly tight. I just clip the curb here on the inside. I'd like to have been a little bit wider, maybe out to here. But get away with it. Use all the felt here. And it's just another flat run again. The next section coming up is pretty tricky as well. For me, it's all about controlling the car with the brakes. You don't want to be too hard on them because you'll cook the tyres for the next section, and then you'll spin out somewhere. So again, this is my reference here, this red arrow, and try and cut over to the left, and then it goes round to the right. So you're trail braking round here. I don't think I use a lot of braking here. It doesn't feel like I do. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, maybe up to about 70%. And then it's just straight off it again, trailing it round here and trailing it round into the right again, and try and hug this curb round the right hand corner. Yeah, raise it close here, opens up this, use this curb out here as well. Use this curb, you can almost go over the top of that here, and then it's just a shift down to third and throw it into the last corner. I'm hoping I'll find some more time than that, but with these temps, the more you push, the more you heat the tyres, the more likely you are to spin. So like I say, it's so easy to overshoot the corners, especially turn 1 and the one up at the old oak tree. You know, if you overshoot them, it's game over. So have fun.